Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the campus of Trinity Baptist College, the home of the TBC Eagles, as we are getting ready for game number 2 between the South Region men's soccer teams here in the South Region tournament. Toccoa Falls College, the number 5 seed, taking on the top-seeded Eagles of Pensacola Christian College. Hello, everybody. I'm Ray Bureau, and special guest camera lady today, Trinity Baptist College student Emily Martinez. Dean, our normal cameraman, will be here later on this afternoon. But we're glad to have Emily as she is joining us for the broadcast between the top seed Pensacola Christian College Eagles and the Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls College, who yesterday defeated Johnson University of Florida by a score of 6-4. Josiah Brown scored twice. Isaac Atkinson, Jared Lee, Jared Rockwell, and Tommy Jones each found the back of the net as well. Johnson University's Tyler Mills, though, had a hat trick, 3 goals, and Marcus Espana scored 1. Toccoa Falls, however, took that game 6-3 and advanced to the semifinal today, and this one is just about ready to get underway. Later this afternoon, the host school, Trinity Baptist College, the number 2 seed, will take on number 3 Bob Jones University. That game is scheduled to begin at 4 p.m. this afternoon. Officials are just making sure everybody is ready. Jake McClellan kicks off, and we are underway. A couple of jersey number changes for Pensacola Christian. Hopefully we'll be able to keep up with those. As the Eagles from PCC all the way across from I-10, just over near the Alabama state line, wearing the blues as they are the top seed, going from left to right. And Toccoa Falls College from Toccoa Falls, Georgia, wearing the whites with the gray stripes. They're going from right to left, as is the wind at a very steady 14 miles per hour. It is another beautiful afternoon here on the west side of Jacksonville, 82 degrees. The breeze makes it feel even more pleasant, but it will knock down a ball that gets up in the air, at least for the first half, in the direction of Pensacola. Then when the teams switch sides, assuming the wind stays steady as it is now, Toccoa Falls would have the advantage then. There is a number 25 on the field for Pensacola. Not sure which Eagle player that is. Hopefully we'll find that out. And there's one that hits right off the front of my hood. When am I going to learn not to park behind the bleachers? Third time this season that car's been plunked. Oh well, hey, it's fully paid for, 13 years old, what's one more scratch? At least it's not a baseball, because there are baseball fields around us too. I'm not dumb enough to park behind the bleachers at a baseball game though. Pensacola in the left side. And the ball headed back towards midfield. Hello to Kevin Hall of Toccoa Falls College, Noah Ferrari, Pensacola Christian, checking in on the game, hoping that his team, either way, Kevin for Toccoa, Noah for Pensacola, will be playing again on Saturday. The winner of this game will take on the winner between the Bruins of Bob Jones and the Eagles of Trinity Baptist College Saturday at 1 p.m. The women's tournament begins tonight as well. That is up at Toccoa Falls. Trinity Baptist College will take on the Toccoa Screaming Eagles at 6 p.m. tonight. That's a 3-team field, and the winner of that game will battle the number 1 Bruins of Bob Jones University in the women's soccer tournament. Again, that game gets underway at 6 p.m. tonight. Eagles on the move, and this one is blocked. Austin Reed, as we saw him do a few times yesterday, able to knock that one away, and our first whistle of the game. Colson Hornsby is in goal for Toccoa Falls. We saw Daniel Krotz play that position yesterday and did a very nice job. Here is Hornsby. 42 goals allowed, 64 saves on the season, according to the Toccoa Falls stats page on NCCAA. There's a pass downfield to Mullenix. He's he's going to back it up once again. Again, I do not have a name for number 25. Anybody knows that name, please drop us a comment. Let us know you're watching. If I do see your name pop up on the screen, I'd gladly give you a shout out. Couldn't have the computer out yesterday. It was so bright and sunny I couldn't even see the screen. Today, still bright. Not affecting me at the moment, however. Here's a ball headed down court. Austin Chansey giving chase for Toccoa, but that's going to be knocked out of the way by the goalkeeper, Brent Konosinski. Right in front of us now. This one stays in bounds. Mullenix now giving chase toward the corner. 1-on-2. Cross pass toward the inside of the box. And a ball open, but that shot attempt, he didn't get much on it. That was Hayden Hoffman with the first shot attempt of the afternoon. And a first save also for Colson Hornsby as well. Big punt by Hornsby. Colton Hornsby, sophomore goalkeeper from Eagles Landing Christian Academy in Locust Grove, Georgia. All the way across the field. Toccoa sends it up. And again, Chansey giving chase. One man to beat. He's going to set himself up, trying to get around his defender, and this one misses wide to the left. First shot attempt of the afternoon for Toccoa Falls. Misses wide left. Each team with one attempt so far. One on goal for the Eagles. And we are scoreless. Just about 5 minutes into the first half, in case you joined us late, haven't missed a whole lot. And we have a lot of soccer to bring you this afternoon. Here's the pass inside and knocked away by the defense of Toccoa Falls. Yesterday, Jared Lee, I called him player of the game on the defensive side for Toccoa Falls. Ended up sharing that honor with Johnson's Tyler Mills, who came back with a hat trick, his third goal very late in that one. Mills scored all three of his goals in the second half, the first two within the first 7 minutes, and he got one just a couple of minutes before the final whistle. That cross pass knocked away by Austin Reed. Ask for your patience and understanding. There's a strong wind blowing steadily across from right to left in the direction that Toccoa Falls is going. Emily's doing the best she can to keep that camera stabilized. Of course, it's blowing right into the microphone as well. Hopefully it's not affecting the audio or the video too much. That's the reason, in case you see some shaking on your screen. That one taken away by Johan Lee. Now looking to advance it upfield. Nate Maloney across midfield. Pulls it back, and Pensacola is able to steal it away. Women's volleyball tournament also begins this afternoon down at Trinity College of Florida. Here's a pass into the corner. Shot attempt, a header over the crossbar. Second attempt of the afternoon. First for Jake McClellan, but he missed it up high. He went up high to try to make the play. McClellan, though, got under it just a little bit. So the score remains no score. And a goal kick coming up for Hornsby. A big boot. He's hitting that with the wind. Able to get that low line drive out to the midfield stripe. Jake McClellan, a junior from Mansfield, Ohio, rather. That header attempt just a moment ago. There's Jared Lee making another defensive play. Already a couple. We're really just a few minutes into the ball game. This one down the left sideline. Maloney could not get there in time. It is out of bounds. A quick throw in for the Eagles. We're going to say Eagles quite a bit. Eagles of Pensacola, Screaming Eagles of Toccoa Falls, Trinity Baptist College Eagles as well. 3 out of the 5 teams with the same common name. across from us. Ball pass right back to number 17. Again, there were some jersey number changes. Unfortunately, I did not get all of those in time. And this one's going to bounce over the head of the defender and right into the possession of Brent Konosinski. We want to congratulate Pensacola Christian College junior Nick Standridge, who last night was named the South Region Player of the Year. He's wearing number 12. You saw him a moment ago get that pass upfield. Right now, he's in the middle of the field right behind the circle. So congratulations to Nick Standridge, the 2018 South Region Men's Soccer Player of the Year. Also, if you look on tbceagles.com, you will see the entire South Region, all South Region teams, first and second teams up there. I had the pleasure of posting that this morning. 6 Trinity Baptist College Eagles, 5 Bob Jones University Bruins, 4 PCC Eagles, 4 Toccoa Falls Screaming Eagles, and 2 Johnson University Suns all made the All-South Region roster. Congratulations to all the gentlemen and the terrific seasons they have had here in 2018. Again, that's tbceagles.com. Pensacola on the move. Inside the penalty box, McClellan lost control. Austin Reed came up from behind him, took the ball away, and now Reed sends it upfield, but right at Nick Standridge of PC. There's a pass into the corner for Kendall Mullenix. And he crosses it all the way across the field. No Pensacola player there. However, Bukowski was able to track it down and keep it in bounds. Hello to Miss Ruth Ann. Number 25, Jason Upchurch. Thank you for that information. Upchurch listed as different number on the roster. Again, some jersey number changes just before the ball game. So Jason Upchurch now wearing number 25. This one is out of bounds, hits our tower, causes a little screen vibration, and a whistle. Going to stop, delay the throw in. And Pensacola will now throw it in right in front of us. Thank you, Miss Ruth Ann, and glad you're able to join us for this men's soccer South Region semifinal. There's a pass just outside the box, and we're going to have the first foul of the game. Hayden Hoffman tripped up just outside the box, so that's going to be a free kick. Another couple of steps, that might have been a penalty kick for the Eagles. Lining up to take the kick, Paul Stewart, who has 3 goals and 3 assists on the season. The wind had calmed down for a little while, but now picking back up. Been a steady wind around 14 to 16 miles an hour throughout the early portion of the afternoon. There's a direct kick, a pass attempt. Standridge had come up from the backfield to try to put it in. Credit him with a shot attempt, but he missed wide. That ball, though, last touched by a Toccoa defender before trickling out of bounds. So a corner kick just tapped in by the Eagles, and it's out of bounds across the sideline. Pensacola gets it back in, had the better portion of the ball control throughout the early going. This one gets away. Thompson, though, able to step up from midfield, maintain possession. There's Johan Lee to send it back up for Toccoa. Loose ball all the way across the field, 1 man on each side giving chase. It rolls out of bounds, last touched by Chansey, so Pensacola has the throw in. Hello, Miss Chexie, joining us here on TBC Eagles. That one sails well out of bounds into the woods. Hopefully we'll be able to track that one down. And a very very nice Thursday afternoon. Cloudy, but also sunny. Of course, the clouds will be covering up and uncovering the sun as well. It's been like that throughout most of the day. About a 10% chance of rain later on this afternoon. We're supposed to get the heavy rain tomorrow, but there's no ball game, so no need to worry about that. Come Saturday, rain chances dwindle back down to the 20s to 30%, depending on which time of day. Here's a shot attempt wide to the right from Kendall Mullenix. That one shanked off the right side of his foot. He got a lot of slice on it and missed well wide to the right. Championship game is scheduled for 1 p.m. Saturday afternoon. The players will have a day of rest and a chance to work on their Christian service project. And the gentlemen from all 5 teams will be doing work for Jacksonville's Believe Foundation. I'll tell you about that as we get another opportunity. This one sent toward the goal and being chased down by Pedro Lima. Now outside the box, he turns, tries to fire. Looked like he might have hit the ground before he made contact with the ball. This one sent upfield, and Nick Standrich is going to track it down. Let's see if he lets it go out of bounds. He keeps it in bounds right inside the line. The Believe Foundation, set up by the Parson family, Chris and Tabitha Parson. Purpose of the Believe Foundation is to raise awareness and funds to help battle childhood cancer awareness. The Parsons' youngest daughter, Carolina, now 12 years old, 5 years ago diagnosed with a brain tumor, and she nearly lost her life. The Parson family fought hard, prayed hard. Here's a ball that got loose, but offsides before Mullenix is able to track it down, and that's going to be a free kick for Toccoa Falls. Carolina nearly lost her life, but through a lot of prayer, a lot of hard work by the physicians, and the strength of the Parson family, and of course our master physician, the Lord Jesus Christ, Carolina's doing very well today. She still has to take treatments every 6 months. Hopefully that will be able to be reduced before too long, but the Parson family set up the Believe Foundation. One of the biggest things they do is at the end of every year, they raise money to buy toys for all the children at Wilson's Children's Hospital and Nemours who are battling cancer and other very serious diseases, trying to give them a little bit of happiness around the holidays. They also use the opportunity to minister to all the families who bring their kids to these hospitals. So all 5 South Region men's teams are going to be involved with that on their Christian service project as they're here in Jacksonville. Here's a ball that gets away from everybody now, chased down inside by Hoffman. Back outside the box, cleared away just enough by Toccoa's Sherwin Yang. So very honorable cause. Trinity Baptist College's Clayton McDaniel helped set up this year's Christian Service Project. He is a senior on the Eagles roster, also student teaching at Trinity Christian Academy. Very much loves serving the Lord, and he knows the Parson family very well. He was able to get together with them and set up this opportunity for the men's soccer teams to serve their Christian service project in Jacksonville for the Believe Foundation. Go to Facebook, look up the Believe Foundation, Chris, K-R-I-S, Chris and Tabitha Parson on Facebook, and you can get a lot more information about the Believe Foundation. No score in this South Region semifinal. We're about 16 minutes into the first half. As I always say, my time unofficial, but I usually keep it a pretty close estimate. Eagles battling for the ball across the far side. Now bring it back towards midfield. Upchurch right inside the circle. Now a long pass, headed downfield. The wind got hold of that one and knocked it down. Looked like that pass was intended for Riley Bukalski, but the wind brought it right into the hands of Colson Hornsby. Now Hornsby with the wind, a beautiful punt. And this one heading into the goalkeeper's arms for Pensacola. Hopefully the Jaguars are watching that punt. They seem to need to do that a lot this season. Jacksonville Jaguars selected by the NFL Network to make the Super Bowl. That hasn't worked out so far this year. Beat New England early in the season, but then they've really struggled in the last few weeks. Kept inbounds, sent back towards the middle. Not a good idea for Pensacola to get the ball up in the wind at this point. That one bounces into the hands of Colston Hornsby. Hornsby taking his time, letting his offense get upfield. This one looks like he got it off the front of his foot. Contact, no call. Hoffman looking for the whistle, but he didn't get it. Now the pass inside. This is Mullenix. Lost control of the ball, and by the time he regrouped, he had a couple of defenders on top of him. Otherwise, he had a wide open shot. Was unable to secure his footing. Now the pass inside toward Mullenix. Contacts as he tries to head it in, and I always like seeing that good sportsmanship as the teams help each other get up. Mullenix collided with Jared Lee. And now Toccoa will have a free kick over near the goal. That was Jeff Thompson with the big leg, just getting the ball back so we can get it in play. Good kick, Jeff, right into the wind. Low line drive towards midfield, controlled by the Pensacola Eagles. Now two men battling for the ball. Here's our player of the year, Nick Standrich, gets across midfield, and his pass is taken away. Pensacola is able to maintain possession. Hello to Diana Luaz. Hopefully we said that right. Coach Luaz's wife watching on TBC Eagles. So Coach Luaz, got some fans cheering you on. Jesse Lee, Coach Hughes' wife, also joining us. And another name, I can't quite see the name. My screen's a little blocked at that point. This trippy kid asking for the score. No score. Each team has had a couple of shots toward the goal, but no one has connected just yet. We're about 20 minutes into the first half. That one goes out of bounds, and Toccoa will throw it in from deep inside their own territory. Ball near midfield. Still don't have a name for the gentleman wearing number 17. Anyone knows? Please drop that comment. Here's a cross pass inside. McClellan went up for the header, but it was a little too high, and this one goes out of bounds. Hello, Rich and Elise Brown, joining us on TBC Eagles. Always like seeing the names pop up, giving you a shout out, saying hello. Let us know you're watching. One of my favorite things to do. Really enjoyed getting to meet a lot of the players from all the teams visiting from out of town last night. I see them on the field. I might say hi to them in passing as they're warming up because I don't want to get in their way, but I had a chance really to talk to a few of them from each team. Some very nice gentlemen on these rosters. These are gentlemen, they are not just soccer players. Had a nice chat with Nick, congratulating him about his Player of the Year honor. Allowed me to take his picture, sent that over to Noah at Pensacola. Here's a ball to Noah at Pensacola. Here's a ball down near the end line. Two men battling for it, and it crosses that end line. That will be a corner kick for Toccoa Falls. So the Screaming Eagles off the corner with their first corner kick of the game. Jared Rockwell will get it into play, a left-footed kicker. The wind is going to help push that ball back in toward the goal. It's calmed down some, but still blowing. Rockwell letting his offense get set. Here's a low line drive headed up high into the air. And this one lands out of bounds. That was off Pedro Lima. So Toccoa will have another corner kick. Rockwell, once again, he gets the whistle. Now the official in the center held up play for a moment. Back underway. Here's the corner kick. This one more toward the top of the box. That looked like Brown tried to turn and fire, but miscued, and he's chasing this one down on the left side. Brown going 1-on-2, and this one is taken away. Josiah Brown, 2 goals in yesterday's ball game over Johnson University of Florida. That was the margin of victory for Toccoa Falls. 6-4 was the final score. In case you missed that, Isaac Atkinson, Jared Lee, Jared Rockwell, and Tommy Jones each had goals as well. And the hat trick from Johnson's Tyler Mills. In the middle of that, Marcos Espana connected for the Suns as well. Here is Mullenix down the right side, a long cross pass. The wind is going to push that away from McClellan, the intended recipient, and it will sail out of bounds and go to Toccoa. Screaming Eagles throw it in. Austin Reed with the wind at his back. Good line drive, but ball's unable to be controlled. Throw in for Pensacola. Loose ball outside the box. Men on each side battling. Toccoa comes away with it. Ben Hatcher now on the right side. Check that, Isaac Atkinson, wrong number 3. Get a little familiar with the names as they come to Jacksonville throughout the season. Still going to make the share of mistakes, however. This one is out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Toccoa. We mentioned the volleyball South Region tournament getting underway. That is down at Trinity College of Florida. On the fast break attempt by Toccoa Falls, this one is taken away, and this one will sail out of bounds. In that volleyball tournament, they're doing pool play, and at 2 o'clock, Bob Jones plays Trinity College of Florida, and Pensacola will play Trinity Baptist College. The 4 o'clock games today, Johnson of Florida against Trinity College, and Toccoa Falls against Trinity Baptist. 6 o'clock tonight, Bob Jones against Johnson, and Pensacola against Toccoa. There's another offsides flag being held up. The call on Kendall Mullenix. And it sails into the hands of Hornsby, who's going to give it a punt with the wind picking up behind his back. The wind helped that ball get to midfield, and it sails out of bounds. In the volleyball tournament, the semifinals are at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock tomorrow. Obviously to be determined based on how pool play goes today. And the championship game for the South Region Volleyball Tournament will be Saturday at 3 p.m. down at Trinity College of Florida. So you're up to date on all the South Region athletics involving men's and women's soccer and volleyball. Basketball season underway. I know that Pensacola has won a men's basketball game already. Trinity Baptist beat Florida Gateway College last weekend. All the other teams will be playing very soon, if not already. Here's Pensacola on the move again. McClellan finds Bukalski outside to Mullenix. Mullenix takes the shot. Again, the wind took that one away. Now a loose ball, a turn, and a fire. That attempt by Jake McClellan. Originally attempted by Mullenix, so we'll credit each of those with a shot. Here's another attempt from well outside by Jeff Thompson. That one misses wide to the left. So 3 shots attempted within the past 30 seconds by Pensacola, and if I have it right, that is 7 attempts overall, 1 on goal. 1 shot attempt for Toccoa Falls. That was Austin Chansey. We've passed the midway point of the first half. Colson Hornsby gets the whistle. Here comes the goal kick to get us back underway. Ball right in front of us, down the right side. Kept in bounds. Ball still in bounds. A man from each team gives chase. Johan Lee wins that race for the ball. Isaac Atkinson one-on-one, and this one will go, looks like, off the foot of Jason Upchurch. Upchurch is down, but it looks like he'll be all right. Taking his time, getting up, just making sure, and now he's back down. Looked for a moment like he was about to pop right back up. He's holding his left knee. And the official's going to come over and make sure that Jason's all right. Stop of the clock as Trinity Baptist College trainer Lisan Cintron is being called onto the field to take a look at Jason Upchurch. So we have a stop in play. No score between Pensacola Christian and Toccoa Falls. By my watch, I have about 16 minutes left on the clock. Of course, the clock has stopped as Upchurch gets a little bit of attention. He's up on his feet, walking around. Looks like he's going to shake it off. But he's going to head across the end line, grab the penny. He's okay, just going to get a little precaution. And we'll see which Pensacola player comes on in place of Jason Upchurch. Everything's all right. We'll see Jason back before too long. Corner kick coming up for Toccoa Falls. Kick is up toward the top of the box. Standridge heads it away. We told you about Nick Standridge. Honor that he received last night. Nick is a junior from Ashland, Ohio. Played his high school soccer at Temple Christian Academy. Outside towards Mason Brink. He sends it back in the middle, but Lee is able to knock it back upfield for Toccoa. And when picked up, nearly knocked the camera down. Emily, who's a very good athlete herself, soccer player and volleyball player, made a nice play. Emily told me yesterday she'll be back on a soccer field next year. That was very good news to hear. Unavailable to play this season, but looks like everything will be all right now. Jeff Thompson now down the right side. Finds some help inside. McClellan lost control, but got it right back. Now he beats his defender to the right side of the box. Jared Lee, however, as he did all day yesterday, gets on top of the ball. Lee might have gotten away with a push on that attempt. There's a pass inside, punched away by Hornsby. Pensacola with another opportunity, and this one misses wide to the right. Paul Stewart with his first attempt of the afternoon. Misdirected. And we'll have a goal kick for Colson Hornsby. Wind is calm at the moment. Good low line drive, still blowing with gentle breeze right now. When it's gusted high, it's been steadily around 14 miles an hour, and it's gusted up to 20. Now we're going to have a blocking foul called against Hayden Hoffman and a free kick for Toccoa Falls. Jared Lee made that South Region roster last night. He's mainly a defender, but he put one into the net last night against Johnson University. There's a ball that bounces high, but is grabbed by Brent Konazinski. Brent Konazinski, he is a sophomore, stands over 6 feet tall, so he was able to get up the ladder very well. Take that ball out of the air. Kyle Altman of Trinity Baptist College, 6'4" goalkeeper. He also made that South Region soccer team last night. Brent on the first team, and Kyle Altman, the goalkeeper of the second team for the all South Region roster. Here's a ball outside the box. And a shot attempt well over the crossbar, but the wind is going to put it back onto the field, but the official said it was out of bounds as it did cross the end line. If I saw that correctly, that was Daniel Vidal with his first attempt of the afternoon. Men on each team battling for the ball. Eagles back it up to midfield. Thompson gets around one defender. Johan Lee is able to take it away and send it back upfield, right into the possession of Standridge. Here's a ball out of bounds over near the Pensacola bench. And it'll be a throw-in for Toccoa. Well, as the Screaming Eagles send a man up from the backfield to take the throw-in, we can let you know some more members of the All-South Region first team from Trinity Baptist: Joseph Nava, Charlene Melius, Gabrielle Zafiro. From Pensacola, Jake McClellan, Paul Stewart, and Nick Standridge. Give you some more names next chance we get. Pensacola now on the move. There's a man wide to the right. A perfect pass downfield to Brink. He sends it back toward the middle. Now McClellan, 1-on-2, has a man open and a sliding block by Hornsby. In his second effort, he dives right on top of the ball. Excellent defense by Colson Hornsby. Took the risk, came out of the net, but was able to get on top of the ball. Caleb Meeks, Isaac Atkinson from Toccoa Falls, Carl Walker and Isaac Landry from Bob Jones University, and Lucas Castro from Johnson University of Florida, the All-South Region first team. Throw-in coming up for Toccoa Falls. The second team roster: Clayton McDaniel, Jeremy Telius, Kyle Altman from Trinity Baptist, Hayden Hoffman from Pensacola. Here's a turn and a long shot attempt. This one, though, over the crossbar. And out of bounds. That'll be a goal kick for the Eagles. Isaac Atkinson with his first attempt of the afternoon from long range with the wind in his back. Not a bad idea. He just got under it a little bit. Josiah Brown, Jared Lee made the second team from Toccoa Falls. Jesse Rush, Sebastian Sulik, Micah Klein from Bob Jones University, and Michael Seja from Johnson University of Florida. McClellan giving chase, but it's out of his reach. Hornsby again able to get on top of the ball. And once again, Nick Standridge, South Region Men's Soccer Player of the Year. Again, tbceagles.com. And you click on the title, and you'll be able to see that list of the all-star teams for the South Region. I have approximately 8 to 9 minutes remaining in the first half. We have no score between Pensacola and Toccoa. Eagles, though, have outshot Toccoa 9-2, and there's a whistle. That's going to be a free kick for Pensacola Christian. Nick Standridge will come up from the backfield. he has a leg. Even though he's mainly a defender, he has scored 8 times this season. 8 times into the goal, 3 assists for Standridge, and he's trying to get around a few defenders. Instead, he gets it outside to Brink. Cleared away by Toccoa. Brink chases it down. Now Stewart inside the circle, gets around one defender. Stewart now trying to go 1-on-2 and passes it back to Nathaniel Young, who finds an attacker on the right side. Brink hits Bukowski from the corner, across pass inside McClellan, off McClellan and into the goal. 1-0, Pensacola leads. So Pensacola Christian leads 1-0. Give the assist to Bukowski. Got the pass inside. Jake McClellan was able to knock it in with about 7 minutes to go in the first half. So 1-0, Pensacola Christian leads. Toccoa Falls will now get ready for kickoff. First goal of the ball game, and it is scored by Jake McClellan. For McClellan, that is his second goal of the season. He has 5 assists as well. And that is a big one here in the semifinals of the South Region Tournament. 1-0, Pensacola leads, about 6 minutes to go in the first half. Bukowski has Maloney on top of him. He's able to back it up, regroup, set up another advance downfield. To the outside to Thompson, all by himself. Eagles looking for a good chance to get closer. Off the body of Maloney, right back into Bukowski's possession. This one headed toward the sideline, kept in bounds. Sent toward the center, headed away by Jonathan Bechtel. We saw Bechtel in the ball game yesterday against Johnson make a number of really nice stops on Johnson attacks. He joined Jared Lee on the defensive side. The two of them made a very tough tandem. Now trying to do the same to Pensacola, who leads it 1-0. About 5 minutes to go in the first half. This one is out of bounds and a throw-in for Toccoa. Reed sends it well past the stripe. Coming up from the backfield, Nathaniel Young heads it up high. 2 men now giving chase on the far side. It goes out of bounds off Tommy Jones. No word yet on Jason Upchurch. He did get up, walked off under his own power. Looked pretty good from the distance. If I had to predict, I'd say we'll see him again in the second half. He is still getting attended to by the trainer, however. Out to the left side. Outside the box, now backed up. Long pass intended for McClellan. Gets away from Jake and sent back upfield to Toccoa way. Eagles reclaim possession. Trying to get another opportunity before the whistle. This one sails over the head of McClellan. From the outside and cleared away by Austin Reed. Yefima finds Thompson on the outside. Thompson feeds it to Bukowski. 2-on-2. And a loose ball will go out of bounds. And Pensacola has a throw-in. I have about 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Pensacola 1, Toccoa nothing. Another battle for the ball, and the Eagles back it up. Atkinson comes up from behind, taps it loose. Cleared up by Bechtel. Right back into Pensacola's possession. Pensacola's really controlled the ball on their offensive side of the field throughout the first half, especially in the past several minutes. Now Toccoa looking for an opportunity to tie it up before halftime. On the move is Brandon Rockwell. Ball gets away. He was looking for Atkinson. Rockwell gets it right back. Again, he tried to find Atkinson, but got it too far out of Isaac's reach. Brent Konazinski in goal for Pensacola. Just rolls it up to his teammate, Jeff Thompson, who takes his time getting across midfield. Now on the move is Thompson. Gets by two defenders just outside the box. Jared Lee knocks it out, and it went out of bounds across the end line. That's a corner kick for the Eagles. Paul Stewart heads down to take the corner kick. Nick Standridge steps up from the back, takes a shot, knocks it off the leg of Johan Lee. Second attempt for Nick Standridge on the afternoon. Eagles have had 10 shots so far today. One of them into the net. They have outshot Toccoa 10-2. Stewart again with the corner kick. Standridge knocks it down with the header, but then Toccoa is able to clear it out. Going to be a goal kick. It last touched off a Pensacola player. Hornsby will set it up. Closing moments of the first half. Officials now checking their timepieces. I have about a minute or so to go. Again, my time unofficial. This one is out of bounds. It'll go to the Eagles. Standridge taking his time. Eagles looking for one last opportunity to extend a current 1-0 lead. Toccoa on the move. Atkinson got around his defender and lost control of the ball. Nick Standridge came from behind and forced Atkinson to change his shot and his approach. And that's going to bring us to the end of the first half with the score: Pensacola Christian 1, Toccoa Falls 0. Jake McClellan with the only goal of the first half. We'll take a 15-minute timeout. When we return, recap the first half and get ready for the second half in the first of two semifinals of the Men's South Region Tournament here on TBC Eagles. Stay with us. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College. Second half between Pensacola Christian and Toccoa Falls College just about ready to get underway. This is the first of two South Region semifinal matches this afternoon. Pensacola Christian leads it 1-0. Jake McClellan has scored the only goal of the game. He did that in minute 38. He took a pass all the way from the corner from Riley Bukalski and knocked it into the net. And again, that is the only score of the game at this point. It came in minute 38. Pensacola has taken 10 shots, 2 of them on goal, 1 of them scores. Toccoa Falls has taken 2 shots this afternoon, Isaac Atkinson and Austin Chansey, and the teams are lined up for the second half. Toccoa will have the first possession. At 4 p.m. this afternoon, Trinity Baptist College against Bob Jones University. The Eagles of Trinity, the number 2 seed in this tournament. Bob Jones coming in at number 3, and I think I just felt the drop. We had only a 10% chance of rain in the forecast. Hopefully that was just maybe some of the water I've been drinking. Anyway, Toccoa underway as the second half got started just less than a minute ago. And only a 10% chance of rain in the forecast. But we know weather forecasts are not always 100% correct. A little bit cloudier now than we've seen it most of the afternoon so far. Toccoa now on the move. Brown sends it downfield towards Chansey. Over near the corner. Nick Standridge also in on the action on the defense, and it hit off Standridge. That'll be a corner kick for Toccoa Falls. We are scheduled to get much more rain later tonight, but at least for the afternoon, all the forecasts that I saw said at most about a 10% chance. Here's a corner kick from Toccoa, who is now going into the wind. Pensacola has the wind behind its back. It's been blowing pretty steadily most of the game, 14 to 15 miles per hour. There's McClellan, gets around one. Austin Reed, though, comes up from behind and clears it out of bounds. It is blowing from right to left across your screen in the direction of Pensacola here in the second half. There is a trip right near the line. We'll see if the official calls it inside or outside the box. It is going to be outside, but a free direct kick for Pensacola. Jonathan Bechtel called for the trip. Fortunately for him and the Screaming Eagles, it was not inside the box. 1-0, Pensacola leads second half, just a couple of minutes in. Here's McClellan with the shot, but he pulls it a little bit too far to the left. That is his third of the afternoon. He is 1 for 3. He scored that goal 7 minutes to go in half number 1. Looks like a new goalkeeper now for Toccoa Falls College. We saw Daniel Krotz yesterday, and it looks like that might be Krotz in goal once again here in the second half. Toccoa on the move, but it is cleared upfield. Headed back in favor of Toccoa's direction. Brown backs it up towards midfield. Rockwell has it taken away by McClellan. 1-on-5 for Jake McClellan. And Bechtel's able to step up and clear the ball away from McClellan. Jared Lee chases it down, sets up an opportunity for Toccoa to advance. Nick Charan, 2 goals, 1 assist, now on the field for Toccoa. Those are his season totals. This one is knocked out of bounds off Pensacola. That will be a throw-in for Toccoa. Bechtel throws it in. Austin Reed will send it to Lee, and Toccoa will again look for a chance to advance up the field. Rockwell finds Atkinson. He crosses it out. Midfield to Brown. Long pass toward Chansey. Standard steps up and loses control of the ball. Here's Brandon Rockwell into Chansey. Atkinson tried the shot attempt, but knocked away by Ben Grover, wearing number 17. Shot attempt by Chansey, his second of the afternoon. Ball cleared up, headed back towards midfield. One man on each team giving chase. Pensacola wins the race to the ball. Lima from the left side. Cross pass for McClellan on the right, just inside the box. McClellan sends it inside, and it's cleared away. Austin Reed was able to keep the ball out of the reach of Kendall Mullenix. Pensacola with another opportunity. The shot attempt over the fence and onto the baseball field. Riley Bukowski with his first attempt of the afternoon. Goal kick coming up for Toccoa. Jared Lee, a big left-footed boot into the wind, and he got it to the halfway stripe. Reed nearly lost his footing, and that allowed a defender to get on top of him. Lima tapped it away. Pensacola now with possession. Lima gets inside the box. He's right on the end line. And again, Jared Lee with a defensive play. Pensacola gets it right back. Looked like Stewart was trying to go for the goal. This one is out of bounds as Stewart could not keep it in. Brown sends it upfield. Had Chansey. That ball missed its target. Chansey now giving chase, trying to beat Thompson. The two men collide. No call, and the ball sails out of bounds. And it's going to be Toccoa's ball. Hayden Hoffman, when he went down, Thompson rather, he and Hoffman both looking at the official, wondering where was the whistle, but they're not getting the call. Toccoa now sends it up at midfield, and we are going to have a whistle and a foul against Pensacola. Jared Lee comes up from the backfield. Hardly any wind at the moment. It just suddenly stopped. That's a benefit now for Toccoa. Here's Lee sending it down in front of the goal. Loose ball headed upfield by Pensacola. C. Sharan out of bounds. It'll go to the Eagles. And we're going to have foul called against Toccoa Falls, and it'll be a free kick for Pensacola. Standard steps up. He'll take this free kick. Long pass downfield. Loose ball. Mullenix collides with the goalkeeper, Krotz, and Mullenix is down. He was going up for the header as Krotz stepped up out of the goal. And we're going to have a stop in play as the Pensacola trainer now coming onto the field to take a look at Kendall Mullenix. The two young men collided, and it looked like Mullenix got the worst of it. Just about 8 minutes into the second half. One nothing in favor of Pensacola. Mullenix is up. That's a very good sign. He's walking off under his own power. Remember, we had Jason Upchurch of Pensacola leave in the first half, and he got some attention until halftime. Haven't seen him back on the field just yet. Now I do see him in the backfield. So Jason Upchurch back on the field for Pensacola in the second half. Hello to Bree Rock 772, Wade Gallardo joining us here on TBC Eagles. As always, we're glad you're able to tune in and enjoy the ball game this afternoon. We will have the Trinity Baptist Bob Jones game at 4 o'clock as well. And regardless of who plays in the championship game Saturday, we'll carry that one also. Toccoa Falls with the throw in deep in their own defensive side of the field, and a big boot up towards midfield. This one intercepted, though, by McClellan. Hoffman to the right side, but offsides will be called on Kendall Mullenix. Free kick coming up for Toccoa. Jared Lee, we've seen the leg of this young man several times yesterday and today. He can quickly get it upfield for his offense. Then there's a hard line drive with very little wind as we speak. That one just cut through what wind there is. And Toccoa now in business on their offensive side. Sun has peeked back out from behind the clouds. And this one out of bounds. A quick throw in for Toccoa. Brown trying to maintain control, but loses it. Standrich and his defense send it back upfield. Bechtel on the defensive side, nearly had the ball taken away. Pedro Lima got on top of him. And the Screaming Eagles send it upfield, but the wind picked up right as that ball was hit. Brown now finds Chansey. The shot attempt pulled wide to the right. And that one will be a goal kick for Pensacola. The discussion was whether or not an Eagles defender might have made contact before the ball went out of bounds. Third shot attempt of the afternoon for Chansey. Score remains 1-0 Pensacola. Goal kick coming for Brent Konozinski. He's now going with the wind. Here's McClellan right in front of the camera. And as Hoffman tries to get off the pass, we have another whistle. And this will be a free kick for Pensacola right at midfield. Lima to Stewart. Sends it toward Bukowski in the corner, out of his reach. And offsides is called. Bechtel will bring it up. And now give way to Austin Reed. Again, I felt a couple more raindrops. Hopefully that's not coming on its way too much. We'd hate to have to stop this one, especially in a very tight ball game that we're seeing right now. Here is a long shot attempt, missed over the crossbar from Paul Stewart. That's his third effort of the afternoon. So goal kick coming up for Toccoa Falls. Stewart almost at midfield, but with the wind now behind him, not a bad idea. He saw an opportunity, but got under it just a bit. Grover knocks this one out of bounds. No, it took a bounce and came back in. It did not cross the line. Had some backspin on it. Now a collision inside the box, incidental as both men were going for the ball. Pop right back up. And Pensacola now on the offensive attack. Jake McClellan now across midfield. Sends the ball towards Mullenix down the right side, out of his reach and out of bounds. It is Toccoa's throw-in. A little confusion as to who had possession. Toccoa falls with the throw. Brown battling with Thompson on the far side, out of bounds. Thompson will quickly pick it up and throw it back into play. Konosinski able to come out, pick the ball up without any hassle from the Toccoa attackers. Big boot past midfield. Toccoa sends it back across the stripe. On the right side goes Riley Bukowski. Toccoa is able to take it right back. Now, Pensacola had the bulk of the ball control throughout the first half. It's been pretty even so far in the second, maybe a little advantage to Toccoa. This one gets a little too far out of reach of Chansey, the intended recipient of that pass. So Toccoa doing much better on the offense in the second half. We're about 15 minutes into half number 2. And offsides against the Eagles. Free kick coming for Toccoa. Hello to Miss Amy Russell. Checking us out on TBC Eagles. Cheering on Travis Rose, a senior from Michigan. Thank you, Amy, for that information. Glad you're enjoying the ball game here this afternoon. Of course, we're hoping all of you are able to stick around and check out the Bob Jones Trinity Baptist College game that will follow. That one's scheduled at 4 p.m. Here's Mullenix in the corner. Jared Lee gets on top. Mullenix finds some help up front, just outside the box. Load and a fire, and wide to the left from Hayden Hoffman. That's his second attempt of the afternoon. 15 shots for Pensacola, 4 for Toccoa Falls. Corner kick for the Eagles. And Pensacola will take its time, let the attackers get into position. Nick Standrich comes up from the backfield to join the offense. There's a corner kick right in towards the goal. Kratz is able to knock it up. Ball got on the ground, and Toccoa defenders cleared it away. Another pass toward the inside. A header from Standrich gets away from Kratz and into the goal. 2-0, Pensacola leads. For Standrich, his first goal of the game, number 9 on the season. And this one comes approximately 17 minutes into the second half. So 2-0 in favor of Pensacola. Nick Standridge, a South Region Player of the Year, just got his 9th goal of the season. A header. Kratz got a hand on it, but could not corral it, and it kept going into the goal. Now a pass towards Mullenix, wide open inside the box. Takes one step, fires, and Kratz makes a nice diving save. Daniel Kratz dives to his right, keeps that one out of the net. Third attempt for Kendall Mullenix. Almost extended the lead, if not for the great play by Daniel Kratz. This one intended for Atkinson. Standrich is able to get in the way and take the ball and send it upfield. Now Lima wide open, but he is called for offsides. Long pass downfield, looking for Atkinson. Loose ball. Standridge steps up, loses control, but then is able to clear it to the sideline. And this one is out of bounds. Toccoa will throw it in. Throw in for Toccoa. Good throw towards the front of the net. Cleared away by the Eagles, who are trying now to send it back upfield. Jake McClellan gains control, has a man open in front. Goes to his right. Stewart could not corral the pass. Hello to Mr. Brockwell, father of Brandon and Jared, joining us from Montana. Glad you're watching your sons out there on the field. They are leading 2-0, and now on the move is Pedro Lima, trying to beat two defenders. Gets through the shot. Kratz gets a hand on it, but it's into the right side of the net. And a goal for Pedro Lima extends the lead to 3-0. So Pedro Lima scores a goal to give Pensacola a 3-0 lead. That one 20 minutes into the second half, just 3 minutes later than Nick Standridge. And it's a 3-0 lead for PCC. So Toccoa now needs to rally. They won yesterday 6-4 over Johnson University of Florida. Trailing Pensacola now 3-0, almost at the midway point of the second half. Atkinson outside the box, tries to send it in front of the goal. Loose ball and tapped out of bounds. That's off Rockwell, and a goal kick coming for the Eagles. Hello to Mr. Gary Coberly, grandparents of Austin Chansey, watching the soccer game here on TBC Eagles. Always enjoy seeing the names pop up. Chance to say hello. Pensacola leading 3-0 near the midway point of the second half. Back right now, we're just getting past that midway point. McClellan gets around one defender inside the goal box, turns and fires. Bechtel, though, got his body in front of the ball. Fourth attempt of the afternoon for Jake McClellan. Credit Bechtel with a team save, and this one's out of bounds. Throw in coming for Toccoa. Now at midfield, Toccoa falls. Rockwell could not get to the ball in time. Mullenix gets around Rockwell, looking for some help in front of the goal. Mullenix now 1-on-2, pushed from behind, still on his feet. Jared Lee then, but there's going to be a whistle, and we'll see which team is called. That was inside the penalty box. Well, the official's going to say it was just outside the 18. It will be a direct kick for Pensacola. From my vantage point, it looked like it was inside the line, but the official said the contact was before what I might have noticed myself. 3 Pensacola Eagles are surrounding the ball, now 4. Looks like we'll have a 4-man wall for Toccoa. And here is a kick taken by Stewart. Hit the 4-man wall, knocked out of bounds, and a corner kick coming for PC. Hello to Jesse Lee tuning in, cheering on Toccoa Falls. Tapped in corner kick. Battle for the ball inside the box. Turn and fire from Nick Standridge, but it goes right into the possession of goalkeeper Daniel Krotz. Credit Krotz with the save. Standridge, who scored not long ago, just picked up his 4th attempt, 2nd on goal. Pass outside to Lima. Slows it down, looks for some help across the field. Mullenix, though, could not get to the ball in time, and it's out of bounds. A goal kick coming for Krotz. Toccoa Falls taking its time, allowing the offense to get into position, and a substitution also for Pensacola Christian. Now heading onto the field, number 11, Elijah Gisbertha. Number 20, Daniel Vidal. Vidal, a freshman from Lima, Peru, now on the field for the Eagles. Here is Atkinson trying to get inside. Got off the shot, but he hit off Standridge and deflects out of bounds. Atkinson with his 2nd attempt. Standridge got his body in front of the ball. Now a header attempt from Brown goes right into Konozowski's hands. Good to see the aggressive play. Toccoa trying to get back into the game, trailing 3-0. First shot attempt of the afternoon for Brown, who scored twice yesterday. Battle for the ball. Another battle, Elijah Gisbertha in on the action. Ball now right in front of us. Pensacola has resumed much better ball control in the past several minutes. Toccoa in the second half has held the ball up in their offensive side much more. Pensacola now taking control here in the latter few minutes. Atkinson finds Brown, is all alone. Options for Brown. Gets it outside to Yang. Yang trying to get inside the box. He does. Loses control of the ball. And it's taken away by Grover, out of bounds. Last touch by Grover, so Toccoa keeps possession. Off in the distance, I see the Bruins of Bob Jones University. They're going to start stretching and warming up. They'll take the field against the host school, Trinity Baptist, at 4 p.m. TBC Eagles also making their way up to the field. They'll start their warm-up routines very soon as well. Long pass towards Mullenix. He is wide open inside the box. Gets control, takes the shot, and misses high over the crossbar. Ball took a slight bounce on Mullenix. He got under it just a little bit too much. Looked like it was on target otherwise, but it went over the crossbar. 4th attempt of the afternoon for Kendall Mullenix. Substitutions now for Toccoa Falls. Johan Lee coming back in, as is Nate Maloney. There's a whistle to get back underway. Jared Lee with the goal kick. Out of bounds, it'll be Pensacola's throw. Mullenix with the man coming up from behind. This one is tapped away. Two Eagles able to keep the ball away from Yang. Standridge sends it long way up the field, but too far out of the reach of Pedro Lima, right into the goalkeeper's possession. Kratz having to punt that one into the wind, and here's one out of bounds into the bleachers. Hey, at least it missed the car this time. Toccoa looking to get on the board. Here's a pass inside to Atkinson. However, Grover is able to get his body between Atkinson and the ball, clear it out of bounds, but it's a corner kick for Toccoa. Some viewers from Maranatha Baptist Church in Hayesville, Ohio, now joining us. 3-0 Pensacola leads. We're past the midway point of the second half. A little closer look shows we have closer to 16 minutes remaining. Here's Gilsbertha to the outside. Mullenix, one man to beat. Tries to get around Reed, gets off the shot, but Reed stuck with his attacker and made the defensive play. Shot attempt number 5 by Mullenix. That's the most of anyone on the field. So 3-0 Pensacola leads, coming up on about 15 minutes to play. Another substitution, Travis Rose back in for Pensacola. Standridge comes up from the backfield, takes the hard left-footed shot. Krotz, one save. The rebound he blocked, but then the third opportunity is in the goal. And it looked like Daniel Vidal with the score. On the third effort, Krotz saved one, saved the second, but the third opportunity got past and into the net. It is 4-0 in favor of Pensacola. So Daniel Vidal, minute number 70, makes it a 4-0 game. 1-0 at halftime. Pensacola has scored 3 times in the second half. Riley Bukowski takes the ball away from Brown. Brown sticks with him, forces him to retreat. Throw in for Toccoa Falls over on the far side. Up Church. Battling with Atkinson and a whistle. Ball was out of bounds. Throw in for Toccoa. Official on the far side did not immediately initial what the whistle was for. Then we saw his flag go up. And this one is out of bounds over near the Pensacola bench. Throw in for Toccoa. Lima, 1-on-2. Gets by both defenders looking for Vidal, but this one is out of his reach. Loose ball at midfield, grabbed by Rockwell. Johan Lee on the right side. And his ball got away from him as he tried to pass to Atkinson in the box. And a header back upfield for Pensacola. Gilsbertha finds his man, Pedro Lima, right at midfield. And Mr. Rockwell watching his sons on the field from Belgrade, Montana. Brandon wears number 5, Jared number 6. Jared a freshman, Brandon a sophomore. Now the ball near midfield. Pensacola reclaims possession. Here's a pass for Mullenix, but he'll be called offsides. Mullenix wide open, but have to keep a defender between yourself and the goalkeeper. He got beyond the defender before the ball was passed, so that is offsides. Eagles now at midfield. On the move once again. This one towards Mullenix. Over near the corner. Mullenix will control it. Send it inside. And Maloney's able to clear it out of the box. Mark Brown now inside the box. Pulls it back to the outside. Now Brown sends it towards the middle, but headed away by Lee. Johan Lee heads the ball upfield, but Pensacola reclaims control. Now here's Brown on the right side. Long pass towards Mullenix. He gets by Maloney. Mullenix after the wall pass, takes the shot and misses just wide to the left. Kendall Mullenix with his 6th attempt of the afternoon. Got by his defenders. Missed it a little bit to the left. Wind has picked up once again, not quite as hard as it has most of the game, but pretty steady. It will knock down the ball. Again, it's blowing from right to left across your screen. It'll knock down the Toccoa balls. Offsides called on Pedro Lima. Free kick coming for Toccoa. Travis Rose right in front of us, finds Gilles Bertha. Toccoa is able to take the ball away, send it back towards midfield. Sherwin Yang finds Brown. Mark Brown grabs that loose ball. This one headed toward the sideline and kept in play by Rose. Tapped out of bounds, it'll be Pensacola's ball. And that whistle indicates a substitution. Riley Bukowski will head off, and now on the field, number 5, Tim Yefimov. Pensacola with the throw-in. We are coming up on about 9 minutes left to play. This one out of bounds. Pensacola will keep possession. Pensacola looking for another opportunity to extend a lead. There's a shot knocked down by Kratz. Good attempt by Stewart. He struck it very well. Daniel Kratz, however, a couple of steps and a dive. It'll be a corner kick for Pensacola, but credit Kratz with a terrific play in front of the net. Mr. Colberly letting us know his daughter is in attendance over here in Jacksonville. Glad you're able to watch. Glad she's able to make it. Gilles Bertha with a man coming from behind. And a whistle will be offsides against Pensacola. Low line drive. Jared Lee steps up. Tried to get it to Yang, but Upchurch on the defense. Mark Brown at midfield. Finds Mullenix to the right side. Jared Lee with the steal, now on the move, gets around Upchurch. Upchurch, though, gets back on defense. Here's Josiah Brown. Has it knocked away. Rose got his body on the ball, took it away, and here's Rose with possession. Sends it down towards the left side of the box. Austin Reed, though, will beat his attacker to the ball and clear it out of bounds with the ball hit off Vidal, so throw in for Toccoa. Mark Brown over on the far side. Gets it off to Yefimov. Back to the outside. Mullenix sends it in for Gilles Bertha, but it is knocked out of bounds off Jonathan Bechtel. That's a corner kick for Pensacola. Coming up on the 6-minute mark left to play. Pensacola 4, Toccoa Falls nothing. Corner kick coming for Pensacola. Nick Standridge just taps it back in. Brown sends it inside. A header attempt by Vidal over the crossbar. Third attempt of the afternoon for Daniel Vidal. He has 1 goal on the season. Make that 2 as he scored in minute 70 here today. Jared Lee all the way across the field. Gets by 1. Could not get by number 2. This one's out of bounds. It is Pensacola's throw. Five minutes left to go. Again, Trinity Baptist and Bob Jones will follow. 4 o'clock start time. We will end this feed when this ball game ends and start up a new one. So just look for the Live Now announcement that pops up when we start Trinity Baptist College against Bob Jones University at 4 p.m. Here's a long pass downfield looking for Sampino, but this one is bumped up in the air. Back towards midfield. Upchurch to Standridge in the backfield for Pensacola. They can just start to use up the clock, leading by 4, under 5 minutes left to go. Gilles Bertha towards Sampino. He has an opportunity all by himself inside. A man coming on now. He tries to pass it to Vidal, but out of Vidal's reach, out of bounds, and a goal kick for Toccoa. 2 new PCC Eagles now make it 3 heading onto the field. Rafael Sanzio wears number 7. Mason Brink back on the field wearing number 18. Trying to see who that third player is for Pensacola. This one over to the right side. Right at midfield is Yefimov. Gets it to the right side right in front of us. Joel Hatcher, that third Pensacola Eagle, on the field a moment ago. Ryan McCarty joining us here on TBC Eagles. 4-0. Pensacola leads, coming up on approximately 3.5 minutes or so to play. Right at midfield, Gilles Bertha sends it to the outside of Mark Brown. Brown sends it up, misses his target. Men on each side giving chase. This one will be out of bounds and a goal kick for Toccoa. Substitution for Toccoa Falls. 3 new players onto the field. Austin Chansey makes his way back on. Jonathan Hollis and Joseph Jackson now on for Toccoa Falls. I have about 3 minutes left to go. Here's Yang on the left side. Off Brown, off Yang, throw in Pensacola. Out of bounds, Pensacola will keep possession. Gilles Bertha has it taken away by Rockwell. Brown defended by Sanzio. This one sent upfield, intended for Chansey, headed away by Rose. Now all by himself is Lucas Sampino on the move just outside the box. Reed gets on him. Sampino loads and fires and misses wide to the right. First shot attempt of the afternoon for Lucas Sampino. Goal kick coming for Toccoa. Reed will put it back into play. Skies are starting to darken up just a little bit. We still have another ball game to bring you. Let's hope any rain that might be on its way, which is forecast for later tonight, does exactly what it's forecast to do and holds off a few more hours. Right in front of us is the battle for the ball, and a whistle. It'll go to Toccoa. We haven't had any yellow cards, any cautions of any kind. A very well, clean played soccer game. Austin Reed with a hard hit right off the back of Sampeo. This one out of bounds. Throw in for Toccoa. Pensacola again can just work down a clock. We're in the closing minutes. Remember, there was a little bit of injury delay earlier in the half. Added a couple more minutes to the end of this one, and right in front of the net, the ball will be tapped out of bounds. It's a goal kick for Toccoa Falls. Mark Brown and Joel Hatcher got inside. Toccoa defenders, though, able to keep the ball away from the net. Pensacola on the move once again. Here is Hatcher. Fires and off the left post. Ball still in play. Hatcher with his first attempt. Hit the left post. Ball deflected back inbounds. Another shot attempt. This one blocked by Daniel Krotz, his fourth save. Tim Yefimov with his first attempt of the afternoon. This one goes out of bounds. Throw in for Toccoa. Gilles Bertha looking downfield, but Hollis is able to knock this one down, give possession to his teammates. And that is the final whistle, and that will end this afternoon's semifinal number 1 with the score Pensacola Christian College 4, Toccoa Falls College nothing. So the Eagles of Pensacola will advance to the South Region Championship game Saturday afternoon at 1 p.m. They will now get a little bit of rest tomorrow as they await the winner of our second semifinal game between Trinity Baptist College and Bob Jones University, which is scheduled to begin in about 35 minutes. We will end this feed now, start a new one. Hope the rain does not interfere with the broadcast. I want to thank Emily Martinez for filling in. Dean is on his way, should be here for game number 2. I'm Ray Bureau. Thank you to everyone checking us out on TBC Eagles on YouTube and all in attendance as well. In case you're unable to join us for game 2, I'm Ray Bureau. Good night. God bless you from